Hey everybody, welcome into part 3 of the 0 RB versus 0 wide receiver draft strategy. Today we're going to pick from the 12th spot and see how these two strategies work out from later in the draft. And then we'll throw all three together and see which selections we like best. So we'll start with, let me get my screen shared here. We will start with the 0 RB strategy first and see which wide receiver falls to me here. All right, so I think this is an easy couple selections here. A.J. Brown and Marvin Harrison. Like Drake London, I just dealing with injuries a little bit in camp. Shouldn't affect him come season time, but Marvin Harrison seems to be having a good camp and gaining that connection with Kyler Murray, which is good to see. Say he's been one of the best prospects, or was one of the best prospects in a long time. This is a one pick is easy here. Jalen Waddle right off the bat, for sure. And then I will probably go. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go DK here too. That'll give me a solid 4 wide receivers to start this draft out. I won't have to worry about taking a receiver for a while. If I take any more at all, it'd just be a late round flyer. I really like that setup with my first 4 picks. I like to try to sneak a QB or a tight end in there, but we'll see how it falls to me. Anthony Richardson's there. I'm taking him for sure. And then we'll see running back wise what I'm left with here. James Conner. It's tough with him and Marvin Harrison, the same team, but out of the what's here, I like him the best as long as he can stay healthy. Should be a solid pick there out of Arizona. He's going to get the bulk of the load, I think. Yeah, I'm going to go with James Conner. Don't really like having the stack of him and Harrison together, but I need to grab somebody who's going to have the goal line upside as well as getting a bulk of the work in their offense, and I think James Conner has that. As this comes back around, I'm probably going to be taking Jake Ferguson if he's still there, which he should be. So I'll be reaching for him a little bit. So yeah, I'll take Jake Ferguson. And then running back wise, not a huge fan of what's left here. I do like Jalen Warren, so I'm probably going to take him. Zach Moss, word is Chase Brown's been getting a lot of the number 1 team work in Cincinnati, so I'd rather take him later. Yeah, I'm gonna go Jalen Warren here, in hopes that he digs a little more into Najee Harris's workload this year. I'm not afraid to take Harris in his area either in certain draft situations, but since I don't have him here, I'm willing to take the shot on Warren. Tajay Spears is there. Chase Brown, Jerome Ford. Definitely not taking Trey Benson. Gus Edwards, I really like Gus Edwards, but he's dealing with an injury already, and J.K. Dobbins and Jarrett Patterson are getting the first team work right now in L.A. So typically I would take him here, but until I hear some better news on him, I'm going to kind of leave him off my rosters. So I'm going to go Tajay Spears here and see if Jerome Ford sneaks back around to me. Oh, forgot I had 2 picks here. It's because I'm taking too long. Dang, I like Christian Watson here too. I'm gonna take Christian Watson and see. I'm gonna see if Ford can make it around to me. Don't like how running backs are flying off here. I don't think he's gonna make it. He's definitely not gonna make it. He's gonna go here in a minute. Yep, there it is. Yeah, it's gonna. That leaves me hurting a little bit at running back. I should have taken him. I didn't need the wide receiver, and that's a mistake on my part. Should have had Jerome Ford there, but now I'm gonna have to just grab people with a bunch of upside. I'm gonna take Ty Chandler here in the event. I mean, Aaron Jones typically deals with injuries, and I don't think he's gonna get the whole workload in Minnesota. I think Chandler's gonna get his share, so he's gonna get workload to start the season. And if something happens to Aaron Jones, Chandler could be a league winner. Then we're going to go Jalen Wright for the same reasons. I like Kendre Miller. He just has too many injury issues. And Alvin Kamara's at camp, so the holdout was promising for Miller, but it doesn't seem like Kamara's going to be absent from the team. So I'm going to take Jalen Wright here with the same hopes as Chandler, that something happens to one of those backs ahead of him. And don't wish injury on anybody because I like Mostert, and I'll probably have a lot of shares of him this year. But in the event that Mostert or A-Chain goes down, Jalen Wright's going to get work. See if my players fall to me here. Jaleel McLaughlin for sure. Again, like I've said before in my previous videos, McLaughlin's locked his spot in and should have a role on the team. Dontavian Wicks, pure upside. I know I have Watson, but if Watson doesn't pan out or Watson gets hurt, then Wicks is going to be a solid pick there in the 14th round. But if it's not, if it doesn't work out, then he's an easy drop candidate early in the season. So my 0 RB team ended up being Antonio Brown, Marvin Harrison, Jalen Waddle, DK Metcalf, Anthony Richardson, James Conner, Jake Ferguson, Jalen Warren, Tajay Spears, Christian Watson, Ty Chandler, Jalen Wright, Jaleel McLaughlin, and Dontavian Wicks. So pretty solid team there. Not too upset with that one. So let's go back, set up another one, and we will select the 12th pick, and we'll do a 0 wide receiver draft here. Holy cow, Christian McCaffrey all the way to the 4th pick. That will never happen in a real draft with actual people. Well, stop taking all the running backs. All right, so here's where we're at here. We're going to go Saquon and I like ETN better than Kyron Williams this year. So I'm going to go Saquon and ETN. I was hoping either Gibbs or Taylor would fall there. Said before, I'm not a huge Gibbs fan, but in a 0 wide receiver strategy, you take the upside of Gibbs there with one of the other solid running backs. We'll see who falls back around to me here, but I like Pacheco. He's gone. I'm probably going to take Rachaad White here for sure. And I like James Cook. All the big name quarterbacks I like here are gone, so I'm going to leave it. Don't like reaching for a tight end this early. I always end up with Ferguson in the later part of the draft. So we're going to go James Cook here. Just like the wide receiver selections, that gives me 4 really solid running backs, in my opinion. So just got to avoid making the Christian Watson mistake and taking a running back when I should be taking a wide receiver. So we'll see who falls down to me here. I don't think, nope, he didn't make it. My quarterback, which is crazy. I took Richardson at the 5.12 last draft, and he went at the 4.12 this draft. So it just shows you the range. You're going to have to reach for your guys in these late or early picks if you want them. I'm going to take Kyler Murray here for sure because I want my running quarterback. And then we'll see. First wide receiver off the board. I'm good with taking Amari Cooper here. I'm fine with him as a wide receiver 1 on my team. It's obviously not ideal, which is why I don't really like these draft strategies. But if I was using one, taking Amari Cooper as my 1 at the 6-1 doesn't bother me too much. I would have liked to have Rashee Rice there, but he didn't fall. I'm going to take Calvin Ridley, and I'm going to take, again, Jake Ferguson's the guy that I want if I can't get one of those top 5 guys at the tight end position. So, well, obviously, I'm not going to make that same mistake I made last draft where I draft a running back where I should draft a wide receiver or vice versa. Is JSN going to make? Yep, absolutely. I'll take JSN there every time at the 9-12. Especially with this draft strategy, it's too much value there in my opinion. I think the guy could be a top 20 wide receiver this year. See who else we have here. Cortland Sutton just got a contract, an extension. I like Curtis Samuel. A lot of buzz from Keon Coleman at camp as of right now, though. Don't know about Adonai Mitchell yet. I'm probably going to go for my 4th receiver. I'm probably going to take Sutton here. He's a wide receiver 1 on the team. I don't see that really being jeopardized this year. I really like Marvin Mims, but I don't know if they'll use him correctly in that offense. We'll see. Let's see. Oh, Rashid Shaheed went right. That's who I was targeting right there. It was Shaheed, but went the pick before me. I don't really like the wide receivers in this range. This is that turn, the 11-12 turn, I am not a huge fan of in these later rounds. I'm going to take Josh Downs. And Joshua Palmer. Just because of the unknown for that receiver room from the Chargers. You know you're going to have McConkey in the slot, but you really don't know how that outside receiver position is going to play out yet. And Dante, damn it, they took my guy, Dontavian Wicks. I'm going to take McLaughlin. And, Gabe Davis fell all the way back around to me. Don't like him, though. I'm not taking him. I'm going to take Jalen Polk or Roman Wilson. I'm going to go with Jalen Polk here. Again, unknown with that wide receiver room there in New England. Really, with the quarterback room, Brissett's going to start as quarterback probably, but we don't know how long that's going to last. So the 0 wide receiver strategy played out as Saquon Barkley, Travis Etienne, Rachaad White, James Cook, Kyler Murray, Amari Cooper, Calvin Ridley, Jake Ferguson, JSN, Sutton, Josh Downs, Palmer, Jaleel McLaughlin, and Jalen Polk. So we will get into how each one of these drafts went from each position, and we will discuss. And I'd like to hear everybody's comments on which position they would like best and where they would like to attempt these draft strategies from if they like them. So now that we're done with the drafts, let's get into the results and kind of discuss I'll discuss where I think the best option was to perform these two options, and you can let me know in the comments where you feel was the best. We'll go from there. Let's start out with the 0 wide receiver strategy. I really feel that the first pick worked out the best. It's close. It's to me, it's between the first and the 12th. I feel like if you're going to try either one of these strategies, you want the beginning or the end. You don't want the middle. The middle, I think you're just waiting too much time to kind of stack up on people, and those back-to-back picks really help when you're trying to grab a couple people and you can reach on people where you want them. I think it's close between the first and the 12th pick. I lean with the first pick. I just like the receivers better in the middle there. I like Godwin, Rice, JSN, Watson, Samuel. With the upside of the other two at the end, the Palmer, Polk picks. And then grabbing Ford in the 11th, it feels a steal with the unknown of Nick Chubb right now, and when he'll come back and when he'll be a full part of the offense again. And for 0 RB, I really like how probably the 12th pick worked out. Again, beginning or end, I feel works out the best, but AJ Brown, Marvin Harrison, Waddle, and Metcalf to start out a 0 RB strategy is pretty solid. Then just you're playing upside at that point, and I feel like that's where I went with my my running backs. Again, I made the mistake in the 10th round of taking Christian Watson there, and that probably would have bit me. And with that strategy, I should have taken a running back there. Would have worked out a little better. But James Conner, Jalen Moore, and Tajay Spears, Chandler, Wright, and McLaughlin. It's just purely an upside. I wouldn't recommend 0 RB or period. RB is too thin, and you're getting into that dead zone in the middle of the draft there, trying to pull a wider or running back one out of that position. So I wouldn't recommend this strategy. Yes, you get great wide receivers, but you really take a hit with the running back portion of your draft. Again, let us know what you think in the comments. Hit that subscribe button in the bottom corner. Give us a like, and we will catch you guys later.